First of all, let me apologize for the quality of this clip, but I'm sure you've all seen this clip before. It's become iconic since the rise of Nikola Jokic, but what you may not know is that even Nikola Jokic did not know he was being drafted. The story is, he was actually asleep back home in Serbia, and his brother called him from the US to congratulate him on his impressive feat of being drafted into the NBA. Today, we know Nikola Jokic as a two-time MVP, the greatest second-round pick of all time, and the man who led the Nuggets to their first NBA championship in team history. But how did the Joker get here? Where did he get his start in basketball? Let's dive into the story of Nikola Jokic. Before we get started, I just want to thank everyone for their constant support on the channel. We recently hit 200 subs, so if you like the content, like and subscribe for more. I'm going to be starting some new series on the channel soon, so stay tuned for that. Now for the story of the Joker. Nikola Jokic was born on February 19th, 1995 in Sombor, Serbia. He lived in a small apartment in Sombor with his parents, grandmother, and two older brothers, Nemanja and Strahinja. His basketball story started on a toy hoop, just like a lot of our basketball stories. He would play on with his brothers, who towered over him at the time, but eventually Nikola would reach their height. Jokic played youth basketball, forgive me if I mispronounce this, at Vojvodina Srbičas. Yeah, that's definitely wrong, but it's up on the screen. Anyway, playing for that team, he signed with Mega Vizura, which is now called KK Mega Basket. He started off playing for their junior team, but was eventually promoted to the senior team for 5 games at the end of the season. He then gained more experience by playing for the Serbian national U19 team, where he averaged 7.1 points and 5 boards as his team took second place in the FIBA U19 World Championships. The next season in Serbia is when Jokic started to show how much potential he had. In the 2013-2014 season in Serbia, he averaged 11.4 points, 6.4 rebounds, and 2.5 assists per game. After that season, he was taken with the 41st overall pick by the Denver Nuggets in the NBA draft, as we saw earlier in the video. But what you may not know is that Jokic actually decided to play one more year in Serbia before coming to play in the NBA. And his last season in Serbia was outstanding. In 24 games, he put up a league-leading 15.3 points per game, 9.3 rebounds, and 3.5 assists per game, and he was named both ABA League Top Prospect and Adriatic League MVP for the regular season. He then joined the Nuggets in the summer of 2015, 1 season after being drafted. After arriving in Denver in 2015, Jokic did not expect to play too much in his rookie season, but he took everyone by surprise and earned significant minutes as a rookie and eventually became the team's starting center. He played 80 games, starting 55 of them with an average of 10 points, 7 boards, and 2.4 assists per game. These numbers earned him a spot on the all-rookie first team, the first of many accolades for the Joker. Throughout his next 2 seasons, he continued to show vast improvement in his game. In his second season, he averaged 16.9 points, 9.8 boards, and nearly 5 assists per game, and achieved his first career triple-double on February 3rd, 2017 in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks, when he recorded 20 points, 12 boards, and 11 assists. He was able to record 5 more in the last 2 months of the season, thus starting the triple-double frenzy for the Joker. He has now recorded a whopping 105 triple-doubles in his career, which puts him, as you can see, 6th all-time and 1st among centers. His 3rd season in the league, he once again improved, putting up a double-double average for the first time in his career with 18.5 points, 10.7 rebounds, and 6.9 assists. Despite these numbers, he was not selected as an All-Star, but he would only have to wait 1 more season to be selected to his first All-Star team as well as his first All-NBA team. In the 2018-2019 season, he put up his most impressive stat line up to this point with 20.1 points, 10.8 boards, and 7.3 assists per game. This stat line put him in elite company, as there are only 3 others that have put up this stat line in a season: Wilt, the Big O, Nikola Jokic, and Russ. All 4 players have now done this multiple times, but as you can see, Jokic was able to put this stat line up in 2018-2019 while only playing 31.9 minutes a game, which is the lowest on the list. Jokic was only 23 at the time, and he received first team All-NBA honors. He has now done this 3 times while receiving second team All-NBA twice. The last 4 seasons of Jokic's career have been nothing short of incredible. He put together 2 MVP campaigns in 2021 and 2022 and got second in MVP voting this year, with many, including me, believing he should have won, but unfortunately the voters robbed us of the first 3 straight MVP winners since Larry Bird in 84, 85, and 86. Now onto this playoff run that Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets just pulled off. Now, the Nuggets before this season had some playoff success, making the conference finals in 2020, but the past 2 seasons had ultimately been disappointing for the squad. They had a lot of unfortunate injuries happen, and Jokic could only do so much. And this season, the Nuggets finally had a fully healthy roster, and they treated everyone in the playoffs like their personal punching bag, losing only 4 games throughout the entire playoffs, winning the title in just 20 games. While everyone on the Nuggets contributed in their own way, the Joker was on a different level in these playoffs. Jokic put up 30 points, 13.5 rebounds, and 9.5 assists per game. Just take a second to interpret that stat line, while recording an incredible 10 triple-doubles in 20 games. If you take a look at the all-time playoff triple-double list, Jokic is currently 3rd all-time, but with just these playoffs alone, he would have been tied for 6th all-time, with players who have played significantly more playoff games than him. Jokic was rightfully awarded the Finals MVP for his efforts, and with this championship and Finals MVP, Jokic puts himself right up there with some of the all-time great centers. Now, yes, I know he's only 27, but the dude has 2 MVPs and now has hardware, which improves his case even more. Plus, the Nuggets have a great core and figure to be in championship contention for years to come. Now, let me pose this question to all of you. Where does this run by Jokic and the Nuggets rank all-time in terms of playoff runs? And where does Jokic's individual run rank all-time? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.